Okay, so we're going to be starting Doki Doki Literature Club, but as I started, I mean, I had this for a long time, but as I started to record, I recorded for about an hour, and then I realized that Doki Doki Literature Club Plus recently came out, so I switched to that. So for an hour, it's going to be Doki Doki Literature Club, and after that, it's going to be Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which just came out. They're pretty much the same. They have changed a little bit, and here there they upgraded the CG and all that. But I played for an hour, and then I checked in Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's pretty much the same, so don't really worry. You're not gonna miss out on anything. It's pretty much the same. So it's going to be Doki Doki Literature Club Plus for now, and it's going to be Doki Doki Literature Club for an hour, or 1 or 2 or 3 episodes. After that, it's going to switch to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's essentially that. Alright, enjoy. Hello humans, it's Random Visage and welcome to the Random channel. Today we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I have had this game for a long time, but I have decided not to play it for whatever reason. And honestly, I've been wanting to play this since when it came out, I think 3 years ago or something. And just, was procrastinating on this. And so we're going to put our medieval fantasy let's play on hold. We finished 15th chapter and we're going to go for 16th, but we're going to hold off on that for a while unless I finish this game, which I'm guessing will take a bit, but we're going to continue playing this, and we're going to enjoy all the darkness that this game has to offer. I don't know much about it. I've seen the memes, I've seen this and that, and I just got a warning that it's highly disturbing content and whatnot. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, and I'm going to be uploading this at 2 p.m. as well, 2 p.m. IST, because this is a reading type of game. Everything that has reading or just speaking, no proper like video game sort of thing, I'm gonna be uploading at 2 p.m. So anyway, without further ado, let's get it. Let's enter a name. We'll just go with Blood. I could go with Blood Moon, but I don't want to say Blood Moon every single time they say the line and I have to repeat it. We'll just go with Blood. This looks like Haramase Simulator for some reason to me. It's a game, quite the fun game, might I add, but the updates on that game come way too slow, and it's a hentai game, by the way. It looks like that kind of, the opening screen. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she is totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to, I don't know why I decided to pause and let it fucking run out entire way before I started to read. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I don't think I should do the voice acting for her because it's going to sound way more man if I do it. Look at her. Why did you not wait for me? That's not gonna be good, so let's keep it feminine and let's not read those. I overslept again. Her head is super big, what the hell? Like, her body is like very small, her head is insanely huge compared to her body. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I don't know if I should read these. That was kind of cringe when I said it out loud. You say that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Blood. But if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. She's a tsundere or something? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Alright, she's laughing. We cross the streets together, make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Blood, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Wait, I haven't been looking either, okay. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Alright, because it's literature club. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Terry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Man, such good days when we were in school years ago. It was such fucking fun. You just like hang out with your boys and just make like all sorts of troubles and shit. And you know, school life was great. I mean, you study, sometimes you don't study, and just like everything just works out, and you don't have to, you know, pay attention to the bills and like fucking money problems and like where you're going to go in life, and like every individual in your life continuously berating you over like you're not doing shit in your life. What are you going to do after this? What are you going to do after that? That is something I have to deal with a lot on a daily basis nowadays. And yeah, it's just like college you would think is a lot more fun, but I guess for extroverted people or like people who have like a proper family background where they're like financially secured, maybe for those people college would be a lot more fun, or like extremely carefree people, sort of people, it would be fun. But I guess people like me, just like it's just the same as school, just a few more extra steps, I suppose. A lot more boring compared to school, I will have to say that, because we had loads of fun in school. But anyway, so it's kind of reminiscing. I'm just reminiscing for you know, olden times, the ye olden times. Anyway, yeah, games and anime. But every time I talk to someone who's in school and is like around the 10th standard, like the start of high school or so, I always tell them please study. Like, please study for yourself. I know what happens when you don't study in your in high school. It's very important. But anyway, enough of the serious talk. This game is gonna get serious anyway. Let's move on. I was talking about how I worried about you. What? I was thinking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. But happiness is really important to me, you know. That's kind of cringe. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. We're not used to the real world. I pretty much became a NEET at one point. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. One of the major memes I've seen is related to this girl, if I'm not wrong. I'm not gonna say what it is. It's kind of spoilerish. I don't know much about the plot, but I think there's a meme with this girl that's kind of spoiler-ish. And I know there's a girl called Monica, and there was a song about her by PewDiePie. So I don't know what's up with her, but like everyone is like saying Monica best girl and whatnot, so we'll see. What do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Let myself relent to her? What the hell does that mean? I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Simple class. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. I mean, sometimes days do be like that, I suppose. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Terry wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Terry must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Oh, she's blushing, so I guess she's into us. Well, that was kind of obvious, but, you know, it was a bit too obvious, so I was kind of like, maybe this is just like an anime trope they're putting in, but I guess she does like us. A bit too much. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to a club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. More than likely literature means manga and stuff like. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was one of the first to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. True, I mean, when I was in school and stuff, I was interested in literature. I would at least in a year read like 2 novels at the very least. Even nothing too impressive, but like I would read something. I used to get these Enid Blyton. There was an author called Enid Blyton or something. He had a detective series. Nancy Drew had a detective series. I loved reading those. Goosebumps. There was a series about that. That was really fun. I think that was my first horror novel. Not that it was too horrifying or anything, but it was fun to read. Just as a young guy, it's kind of fun to read that sort of stuff. Now you should know that I'm very picky when it comes to horror. I usually don't read or go towards anything even remotely horrifying because I think the most horror after that book that I've gone towards would be Markiplier's 3 scary games let's plays. I watch those whenever he uploads those. They're scary too, but like I can I can handle it to some extent. But one of the reasons why I dropped, I do remember there was this random game I was playing, and it kind of got into a horror situation. I like immediately fucking quit the game. There's also one of the reasons why I can't play Dead Space. Like I really want to play Dead Space. It started off, there was like a Dead Space like mobile game. I don't know if it's official or not, that I got off of the third-party website or something, some random-ass website, not even on Play Store. I think it was removed from Play Store or whatever. And it was really good, so I was like, yeah, I didn't finish it, but it was really good. So I was like, maybe I'll just, play the Dead Space series. But then I was like, that's fucking horrifying, and I'm like sitting up here alone in this fucking room. This entire fucking floor is empty entirely. I'm just sitting here alone myself, and it's kind of gets scary as fuck. And on top of that, that game is kind of scary. It's like every fucking monster and shit jumping at you. I really want to play it. It's funny that I told someone about Dead Space and they played all 3 games, and every single other day, every other day they come to me and go like, you need to play Dead Space. I'm like, I know I need to play Dead Space, but I can't get the fucking courage to fucking play it. It's fucking scary as shit. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. I don't care so much anyways. We never really had clubs in our school. I mean, we had clubs, but they were like, you couldn't make the clubs yourself. You have to join clubs that were like approved and made by your teachers. Clubs weren't allowed to be made by students. So like we had the electronics club, the robotics club. Every club had a teacher, not an instructor or like a supporter teacher or whatever, like an actual teacher. I was in the electronics group, and they would teach, some soldering and this and that. So clubs are a lot more different. It's like more like a workshop, you could say, and like sports clubs and stuff like that. But they're not really clubs made by students to like play themselves and stuff. Pretty curious. So if I press the middle mouse button, will it remove that? Oh yeah, totally removes that. Her lower body is fucking good, but like her head is just so fucking huge that it really irks me. And her neck is so goddamn long. Like, it's like Candace's neck. Like, think about it. Like, just remove her clothes in your mind. Not in a perverted way. Just like remove them. Her neck is so long, dude. Like, holy shit. It would just like kind of be. It's kind of creepy. Anyway, why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Yeah, sometimes some people who are like extremely dumb, do some like really fucking crafty ass shit, then that makes you suspect. Like, holy shit, is this guy actually fucking intelligent? I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Oh, she's the baby now. And thus today's mark the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh man, I mean EDP also sold a lot for a cupcake, gotta say. What is his name? EDP 445 345? I think it's EDP 345 anyway. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. So what year are we in, first or second? I think we're in the second, but I'm just assuming that because most of these shows, they're generally in the second year, the sophomore year or whatever.